Yo, what up, guys? It's your boy T-Dub. What's blazing the sports, guys? We are here live. All right, on a little mini break at work, so I decided to come to you guys about this matter. I think it is a very important matter when talking about boxing, and that is Dana White has actually came out and verbally said he has plans on coming over to the professional boxing world. Wow, you know what? I'm not sure if I expected this. The one thing I did think was with Dana White, with Floyd Mayweather fighting Conor McGREGor and Dana White and the UFC doing business with boxing, I figure no matter what happened, it's a win-win because they can see how boxing do their type of marketing to make a big fight, and UFC already know how to do their type of marketing to, promote their own events. And I figure that it will be a win-win because they will learn both, put them both in a combination of what is successful for both of them and bring it back to the UFC. That's what I thought. But what it looks like now, guys, is that Dana White with the UFC, I believe he still said, no, I'm not coming along. He's bringing the UFC with him. And they want to tap into professional boxing, basically saying for any of the fighters that, that basically want to be more competitive with money and willing to give them a chance, he believes that he can do a much better job. So basically he's saying, from what I have seen from people, what I've heard, and maybe even, this is just me saying this, what he may have experienced with Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGREGor, he's probably thinking, man, if I did this all by myself, wow, it would have been promoted so much more differently and probably better in so many eyes. So, what do you think? What do you think about Dana White with the UFC coming over to professional boxing? Some diehard fans, and I'm just trying to give every realm of what people might say. Some of them might say, no, it's bad. Go back to UFC. We don't want you over here. Let our true nothing but box promoters do this, and keep it traditional. And then you're going to have those people that's, outside the box. No, this is going to be great. What do you mean? It's a different way of promoting fighters and bringing attention back to the sport. This is what you mean. You're crazy. This is great for boxing. And then you have those people that are straddle the line. Some might fall either way. Some of them might straddle the line, all into either something bad happened or something good happened to say, okay, that's the way I'm going to fall. For me, as long as they do not come into the sport of boxing and then do like a quick leave, like, no, it's bullshit, fuck it, I'm going back to real fighting. If they do anything along the line of, basically disrespecting the sport, just flat out disrespecting it, verbally or, something crazy, then, it wouldn't be cool. But to be honest, changing it up, mixing it up a little bit, bringing in a whole different type of style of marketing. You cannot ignore the success of the UFC. There's just one thing you cannot do. And the one thing I've always said, and most guys, if you follow this channel, maybe you found it for the first time, I'm big into boxing. Look at 99% of videos I do is about boxing, but I'm not stupid. I know UFC does a very good job of marketing. They can take someone with only 8 fights. Heck, he can even be 7-1, or she can be 7-1. And you would think this is the baddest person on the planet. They can't be beat, unstoppable, and people buy into it and they want to see it. And you pay for it and you in a hype and they sell out. And if he can bring that type of marketing to boxing and take some of these fighters. And here's the thing. Here's the crazy thing about it. If the UFC and MMA, and Dana White, come over to boxing, like I said, I'm assuming they're not coming over here with an agenda to just destroy boxing. All right. I'm assuming they really have the best interest of either trying to capitalize, make money. And the only way you do that is by promoting the sport and promoting the fighters and putting on successful events that people want to see again. That's what I'm assuming. All right. Anything other than that, okay, I'm not fucking with it, but that's what I'm assuming. So with this, if he comes over and he does that, because they are the UFC, a lot of UFC fans that's pretty much been like, fuck boxing, will give it a try. They will. They will watch the UFC events. And at least for the first, I don't know, 2 or 3 or 4 events, you know, it really depends on the success of the first one on how well it sells. You know, it will get a lot of people. It will get a lot of attention. It will get a lot of viewers. At least, let's say this, at least the first one. And the thing about it, they can really tap into fighters that can only have 10 wins, 12 wins, new prospects. They don't even have to go after the older fighters, you know, and if they want to keep it like their UFC type of thing, they don't even have to target the technical fighters, because remember, UFC doesn't really, you know, people like the brutalness, you know, they don't like the art of fighting, the art, not fighting, but boxing, hit and not get hit. They don't like that. You know, me, honestly, me being a boxer, I love it, to be honest. I'd rather hit you, destroy you, and knock you out and not allow you to hit me. I'm sorry, that's just how it is. You know, that's just how it is. But they can just go after the people that like to slug. What? Yeah. They can just go after the people that like to slug. Put them in there and do a combination of events. Boxing match, MMA match. Boxing match, MMA match. You know? And I don't know. I doubt one day if they ever do like an extreme crossover. The boxing champion versus your UFC champion. You know, obviously there has to be some kind of hybrid rules, but that's a whole different thing going down, just talking. But overall, guys, I don't think this is a bad idea. Assuming that Dana White is going to be genuine with trying to, you know, promote the fighters, promote the boxing, and do a better job. Look at what he done with the UFC. Hate him or love him. I know he had help, but he was a big part of it. Look at what he did with the UFC. Look how fast it grew. Look how they market. Look how they sell people. Look how you thought, what is her name? Gosh. Ronda Rousey. Look how you thought Ronda Rousey. What are you? A lot of people. Ronda Rousey kicked Floyd Mayweather's ass. Ronda Rousey kicked this. Look how you thought she was the baddest shit in the fucking world. Look. And then she go up against, Holmes and Nunes and get her ass boxed up silly. You know? But they was giving her this title when she only had 7 or 8 fights. You know? And to be honest, I like Ronda. Now, I don't like some of the things she said about boxing and some other things, but as a person, I mean, I think she's cool. I want to be successful, you know? I wish for her success. But you cannot knock that UFC does very good at marketing, bringing up fighters you don't have no idea what they do, you know, and now he has the experience in the biggest boxing match in boxing. He knows what to do. He knows how to sell it. He's going to take that knowledge with the UFC knowledge. And if he does that, matter of fact, he can already do it for the UFC if he wants to. But if he brings both of those knowledge that he learned from experience from both sports over into boxing, and I heard that he said he is willing to work with Al Heyman, you know, then he might have success. But guys, for whatever reason, it just kicked me off again. I really don't know what's going on with this